BJ in here.
All right, we are live.
We are live.
THC on the YT and the PM and the CT, the EST with the OPB.
With the OPB
with the JP,
this time.
With JP and the OPB.
Hell yeah.
What Paul said was funny.
Man, we can. That works. JP at the OPB. We can throw him into our intro from now on.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've been trying to, but yeah, we've got JP on with us tonight.
Yes.
We're gonna talk some. I don't know. We'll talk some retail chain logistics and welcome.
Hey, it's not a Pikachu chair, dude. It's a cyberpunk chair. You see, cyberpunk.
Getting called out in the comments.
Already called.
So yeah, man, it's been a few weeks since we've gone live, and it's been a lot longer since we've had a guest.
Yeah.
So
When have we had to go? Oh yeah,
yeah, we've had
ago.
Jem on. We've had our Boyd Thomas on. Who else have we had? Is that it? Is it just Jem and Thomas?
We had the King of Custom Binds as well.
The King of Custom Binds.
I forget what his name is right now. Zachy.
Oh, yeah, Zachy. I was like, who are you talking about? Yeah, no, Zachy. So we've had guests on before. It's just very rare.
Very rare.
Very rare.
We need BJ in here and Mitch.
I know. I actually talked to BJ. BJ said that he's down. He just had a baby though, so congratulations to BJ there.
Congratulations.
So once he gets kind of settled into the new daddy life, we'll have BJ on as well.
Hell yeah.
We need Mad Dog too, my boy.
I feel like I talked to him once or twice, and I don't remember now. I feel like I've spoken to him in the past though about it, and it's just for whatever reason. A lot of our issue is that it's hard for us to get a date set.
Yeah, for real.
We're kind of random with our live shows. But yours we were actually able to plan out, so that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the fact that we were able to get yours planned out, it was nice.
Yeah, England people are a little weird.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I was like, well, would it be better if we do late shows with people? Because with Thomas Judge, he's overseas as well. And we ended up doing a late night show, and I thought it would work out better for him, but it turns out they're not as far ahead as you would think. So it's like 4 a.m. for him while he's doing it. He like took a nap and woke up at like 4 a.m. to jump on with us.
That's crazy. That's dedication right there.
Yeah. No, we appreciate it. He had some awesome custom binds that he was showing us too. Is insane.
We got Omnibus, Mitch over here.
Yeah, we got a lot of people jumping on. This is awesome. So all right. So welcome, JP, first of all, to the THC on the YT and the PM. This is fun, man. So this is your first YouTube interview, correct? This is the first time you've gone live?
Yeah, first time on. Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
we made you speed eat before you got on too.
All right,
it's something we're into.
I have some crumbs in my teeth or something.
No, all good. Yeah, you've been crazy busy though. I mean, the fact that you have time to chat with us is amazing, much appreciated.
Try my best.
Hopefully you're able to get the driveway clear.
Oh yeah, for sure. In August we'll be moving to a new warehouse. I finally have my house back because behind me is all this paper over here. Let me see if I can move my webcam real quick and show you. Like my house is taken over. Dude, I have a freaking tower of bubble wrap. It's just been messy over here. It's finally ready to clean it up.
So what does your girl think of that? Is she a fan of the fact that your house is being taken over by?
He can do whatever he wants.
Can you hear it?
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
As long as I bring home the money, That's what
yeah.
Did you see how he was looking over his shoulder when he said that? Like, right, hun, right?
Yeah, damn. That's quite a takeover. That's good. So August you're moving, and I guess that means you're expanding. That's good news for everyone.
Yeah, well, I finally have my house back, and then what Paul said, my neighbors probably won't be mad for blocking up the driveway.
Right.
It's like a square, and so if they try to get out of the neighborhood, if there's a truck nearby, they have to go back all the way around and go back on the other side.
How long does it take to unload one of those trucks when they show up at your house, or to load up a truck?
Less than 10 minutes. It's pretty quick.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, there was times where I would have like different drivers though. I would be switching over from like ABF and AAA and all these different carriers. I finally settled with FedEx because they can actually park and deliver fine. Other carriers like XPO, they don't even give you a courtesy call or anything. They'll just show up. Like I'll be out like somewhere, not even at home, and they'll be like, "Hey, I'm outside." I'm like, "Wait, what?" I didn't even know you guys are showing up.
Damn.
Well, speaking of expanding, we had posted some out that we were going to be obviously talking with you and stuff tonight, and we asked if anybody had any questions. And one question that came up was, once you expand and the business grows, is the customer service that you provide? Because right now you're known, man, for top-notch customer service, especially in this field, which is people can't, so they're worried that. Is your customer service going to diminish when you expand? Because a lot of times the small businesses, that tends to happen when they grow. They can't keep up with the customer service side. So that's a valid concern. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I feel like with expanding though, since I'll be expanding, having a bigger warehouse and more employees, it'll give me more time to actually talk to my customers. Because right now I save it for like after I'm done packing, and I pack from like maybe 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then I go to customer service right after that. So now that I'm taking it out like maybe 8 hours out of my day without having to pack, in August I'll have way more time to do customer service. So it'll be getting even better,
There you go. There you go. Even better customer service. You heard it from the man himself. Even better customer service.
Makes sense though.
Yeah, no, it does. But that's awesome because honestly, that is a valid concern. As we know, a lot of people had issues with IST this last year. From what I've heard, they've gotten a lot better. So I'm not trying to slam IST or anything. But for a while there, due to COVID, and we get why, but they weren't responding to emails. The customer service was lacking. Yeah. And so you kind of came in and swooped in and snagged some customers. So
that's what they always say. It came at the perfect time.
Yeah.
But I don't blame IST and other companies though, because they told me I had an inside person telling me they have like 200 customers every single day, contacting them. I'm like, oh man, that's just too much. I try to keep everything automatic on my side where like people, like everybody could serve themselves. They could cancel their orders. They can do everything themselves. That way I only get like maybe 2 emails a day. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling once you start growing, it's gonna change. You're gonna become an IST, sir. So you got to be prepared for that.
Oh yeah. Gotta get all the systems in place, warehouse first, everything else.
Yeah. No, man, that's pretty awesome that you're gonna be having a warehouse though. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say, I think that's that was one of the best things that came out of COVID was organic price books. I mean, I'm still, being a Canadian, there's still the cost of having to ship just because I guess Canada for some reason so many of these books get printed here and then they're just like I don't know, it's hilarious, but yeah, I mean. It's been great. Yeah. I mean, In Stock Trades, they just sort of had a monopoly on the market, I think, in my opinion. There was like Amazon and maybe a few others, cheap graphic novels. But I mean, you swooped in hard, man. And I think a lot of people appreciate it. I mean, genuinely, some people weren't able to get books. They weren't able to, enjoy something that maybe makes, brings them the little bit of happiness they have in a day. And, you gave them another option. It's pretty cool.
So for those that don't know, your story, like you've posted kind of your story on YouTube and things like that about how you kind of got started in this whole thing. But for those that maybe haven't seen it, haven't heard about it, I mean, obviously everybody watching this knows who you are. If they don't know from ordering from you, they know from watching our channel. We've mentioned you 1,000 times already. So just maybe like quick Cliff Notes side, how is it that you got started in this whole crazy business of books. It's kind of an interesting story, really.
It's a fun story. It's all because of her back there, but basically, she wanted a book, a Twilight book, and we it was pretty expensive. Bought it retail from Half Price Bookstore, but Barnes and Noble decided to return it because it was half off on Amazon. And then I got recommended a comic book, DC's, and I was like, you know what? I'll put it in my cart. And then I started reading DC's, and I was like, you know what? Let me get another book. And I started with the Injustice omnibus, and I read that. I was like, man, this is crazy stuff. Is comics actually this good? Because back then I had the idea of comic books like you already know what's going to happen. The good guys always win. If they die, they come back, randomly, explanations. And I never got into comics as well as because I didn't know how to start. There wasn't collected editions when I go into a comic book store. There's just floppies. And we had the experience when we first got started, last year, we walked into a comic book store trying to look for omnibuses and whatnot. And we went to look at floppies, and then she would pick one up because the title or the cover looks cool. And then we would read through it. And then she was like, wait, this is like a volume or issue like 27 or something. I'm like, wait, this is the beginning. So after that, I was spending a lot of money collecting omnibuses. I swear I spent like $10,000 in the first month.
Jesus, that is insane.
Yeah, just buy
I fell off the wagon for a while, but I definitely didn't go that deep. Yeah, that's insane.
She could vouch for me. She knows I spent a lot. She was like, you're crazy. Why do you always have so much stuff coming in the mail all the time? And that's when I had like a reseller's license and everything. I was supposed to do Amazon wholesale, but like since COVID, I kind of put that on hold. But since I already had a license, I reached out to Diamond to open an account. And the idea was just to get a case of books, keep one, and just sell the rest to break even. I didn't expect it to be a full-blown business, but people were like, yeah, let me buy from you because I actually know I'm getting my books and not going to get lost in the mail, or like I order it and then it never gets shipped for like a month or two. I'm like, okay, great. This industry is kind of lacking. Let me put my foot in it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you did, and it kind of revolutionized for a lot of people. Like you literally came out of nowhere. So your shop officially opened, if I remember right, in March. Is that right?
Yeah. So I had a sponsorship with Jim Mint. So February 12th is when he did his first shout out, and that's basically when I launched the website and I put everything I could on there. And yeah, nice. So since February 12th to now, what's that, like 6 months or less? That's a lot of growth. I literally started from that freaking kitchen table because I didn't have a garage back then. Well, I didn't have enough space because we had a car parked in there. My dad
you had your dad's car towed.
Yeah. We had to get it towed out of there because I needed more space. So I literally started from this kitchen like countertop.
Yeah. Damn.
That's awesome. So I see that we got some questions and things coming in, and I definitely want to touch base on those. So let's get into here. First off, shout out to OmniBuddy, Mr. Mitch. He's only here for the $2 discount using THC Buddy. Combine mashup there. Speaking of mashups, Mitch, we need to get you on the show too, my friend.
Yeah.
If you're interested, let me know. We need to get you on. Now that I'm calling him out live, he's like, no, I'm not interested. But now like people are watching. He's like, shit, I don't have a choice.
I know, right?
That's how you hook people. You got to force them into it. Curly Sav, question for JP. Does he plan to sell manga on his site?
So that one's a tough one. Right now, I wouldn't say right off the bat because I still had to do research on like which vendors I can do because I don't know if Diamond does a lot of mangas. And then Pinger Random House as well. It just depends on the discounts and mangas. Those little tiny ones, like if they're like $10 or $20, like I really can't do anything that's like less than 50 because the margins are just not there. Like I literally I break even if I sell anything under $30 because the shipping costs and all that as well. So if it's over 50, maybe we could take a look. But a lot of mangas are like underneath 50, like Berserk and stuff like that. I could do other titles. I don't think I can.
Like the smaller trade paperbacks and things.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, they don't do like deluxes or anything too often either.
Mm-hmm. They should. They're great. I like it.
Paul, your reward system is great too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which I can vouch for. Just recently, I put an order in for Mike and I. Like the reward system's fantastic. Speaking of the rewards, I actually noticed something else when I was on the site the other day, and I don't know if this is new or if it's something you've had kind of going on for a while, but I noticed that you have, I don't know what the company is. It's kind of like similar to like Affirm or Klarna or whatever system you're using, but you have like a payment program on your site, which is incredible because a lot of people, like, let's face it, books are expensive, and a lot of people don't always have cash on hand, and they're like, well, I don't want to put on a credit card because the interest rates could be, outrageous or what have you.
20%, 15%.
Yeah, exactly. So what is the one that you do it with?
So it's Shopify partnered with a firm. So
so it is a firm.
Yeah, but it's partnered with a firm. It's like 4 installment plans, I think weekly. So I think for a full month. I haven't used it, but it's there.
But it's awesome that's an option for people, especially with all these pre-orders coming out, because that's another nice thing you do is you do pre-orders, and some other places they don't charge right away for pre-orders, but you do, which is something that a lot of people like, because like, well, I have the money now, I may not have it in 6 months, so
I had no choice in that too, because Shopify doesn't really do pay later type of thing, charge later, but they do, but then they charge you. Like if you wait more than 7 days, they'll charge you higher fees for charging them later.
See, and this is the stuff, people, that you're not going to hear from anywhere else. JP is telling you like it is. Nobody else is going to have this.
Yeah, and if you want to spend 10 grand in your first month, you can on a payment plan. It's great. If you want to follow in his footsteps.
Don't follow my footsteps. But if you buy from OPB though.
Paul said he just went across the border to get his OPB haul from the U.S. So happy. My mom was happy too.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, Mike needs to jump across the border.
Paul, how much do you love me, Paul? Will you?
You gotta drive all the way to Nebraska, my friend.
Yeah, no.
And then back to Toronto to drop him off to Mike.
That's awesome, though. That's the way to do it.
JP goes big. Here's another question. Ryan, do you still have time to read comics now that you're running the business?
Dude, I read like one issue a night, and that's it. Right now, I'm cycling between Once and Future,
nice.
Captain America, Ed Brubaker.
Oh, yes.
There's like another one. Oh, yeah, King and Black, since that's finished, right? So that's what I'm reading as well. So I'm cycling between Image and Marvel. I'm finally trying to read Marvel,
Nice.
I started, I was like, okay, I started collecting with Marvel, but I never like read Marvel yet.
So you started with DC, and oddly enough, you chose you got stuck in the Elseworld stuff. You got into it with the Elseworld stuff.
Yeah, because
sounds like Tom Taylor hit a chord for you as well.
Yeah, I read DC. I mean, Injustice. Like, man, this is great. And then the next comic I read after that was Invincible. And then
man,
everything else was like, how can you be Invincible? You know?
That's a very high bar.
Yeah, she just started watching the TV show, and she's like, "Is this good?"
The comics are even better. It's hard to believe, but man, that show's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's really good. My son, he'll be 13 in a month. He was actually in my office the other night, and he was asking me about what's that show. He was like, I keep seeing previews of it with like a guy in blue and yellow, and I think he's a sidekick to this old guy in a white suit with white hair. And I go, oh, he's not a sidekick, buddy.
Yeah.
I go, that's his dad, and his dad's an asshole. And he's like, oh. He goes, can I watch that? And I was like, yeah, I think I'd like, because we watch horror movies and stuff with him ever since he was little. Yeah. And we just explained to him like what's real, what's fake, etc., blah, blah, blah. And so he's grown up watching stuff with me, but like he hasn't seen Deadpool yet. He's seen like the tamed down version of Deadpool that they did, but he hasn't seen any of the other Deadpool stuff because I was like, you're a little young yet. So I promised him that once he turns 13 in a month, that we'll have a Deadpool marathon, and I'll watch Deadpool with him. Yeah, and so he was like, can I watch Invincible? And I was like, yeah, I think I'd let you watch Invincible. Like if you were with me and we were watching, I was like, I think I'd let you watch Invincible. He goes, what's the one you won't let me watch? I said, The Boys. If you ever find out you're watching The Boys, you're in big trouble.
The Boys is great. I love that TV show.
No, it's a great show. I just don't want him watching.
Yeah, I know. That's great.
That's a good choice.
Another question from Art Walker from a comment from a couple days ago. Will special ordering ever be an option?
And special ordering is literally the same thing as back order. It's just a different wording.
There you go. Art, special ordering is the same as the back orders. But if he also means because maybe like if you type in an order, like a name of a title, like you didn't have, like for instance, we just got Mike Ether, the library edition, Matt Kint's book. And that one you had to special order in for us to be able to get. Yeah. So if a customer wants to order something that maybe is not on your site, like Ether or something like that, can they then they just email you and say, hey, I was wondering if you could get me this book?
Yeah, that's what I usually do for some customers that message me like, hey, I know it's not on your site, but can I order this? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Only for those special occasions, because like there's sometimes people will want like a book that's under $20.
Yeah, so it's got to make sense price wise.
Yeah.
But I was like, if you want to bundle it with like your other orders, then sure, I'll order it for you. But like, I'm not gonna add it to the site because it's like I'm breaking even with that thing.
Yeah,
I should make it by yourself.
That makes sense. Omnibuddy, I'm down. Mash it up, boys. All right, we got another one coming up soon.
You better keep your word.
Oh yeah, no, we love having people on. It's just hard because our scheduling is so off.
Yeah, it might not be soon, but it'll happen eventually.
Where's where's OPB based out of?
Dallas, Texas.
Oh, there you go. Invincible, haven't heard of it. I'm guessing it'll be a while before Australians can get in on these mad deals.
Yeah, maybe maybe next year. We'll see, because it's all about like volume and discounts. You know, I can't get like high discounts for international if I'm not doing a lot of volume. They just won't give it to me.
Which is unfortunate, but it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone just moved to the States. I'm kidding.
Hey, JP, I just recently ordered Spider-Gwen and the all-new Wolverine Omnis. Loving the books.
All right. That's cool. I've been meaning to read all new Wolverine as well. I think Aaron Cobbs came by because I have some local pickups that people stay in Dallas. Mm-hmm. And he said he loved that book. It's very violent and gory. I was like, okay, that's what I like. So maybe I'll read that after Captain America.
Yeah, we gave you sponsored that giveaway. We actually gave that one away to somebody. Was it in our last live show or the one before last? We did that one where we gave away all new Wolverine.
Yeah,
but yeah,
someone's gonna be able to enjoy that. I read like the first 12 issues. It's if that's what you're looking for, you're gonna have a good time.
All right, cool.
It's a lot of fun action.
Freaking Lewis.
JP can't wait for the Annihilation reprint.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of reprints coming out. Omar's been announcing those left and right.
No, I'm ready. Absolute Carnage coming out tomorrow. I mean next week.
JP loves taking my money.
He just
Speaking of, I need to order Wolverine Volume 2 for me once that thing drops.
Oh yeah.
I realize that I don't have that one, so I need to order that one from you. We also did our Patreon giveaway for this last month, and I've messaged the winner, and he has not replied. So if the winner happens to be watching this, please reply so we can get with JP and get you your book.
Yeah, for real.
I haven't gotten a reply yet.
Get your free books. So what books are you looking forward to, JP? Once you actually have time to read, I guess. Anything coming up?
Just Jason Aaron one that was announced recently, but that's next year.
Thor?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I know everybody. What covers do you guys want? I want the Jane Foster one. That one looks great.
That does look good. I don't know. I love Esad Ribic, so I might have to go with the I think that's the regular cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love his artwork.
Yeah, it's good. I cannot wait for that Omni. That's an Omni that people have been asking for like 5 years now. Like ever since that run, everybody's like, where is this book? Why is it not out in Omni yet? That one and Superior Spider-Man. Those are like the two runs that people are like, why are these not in Omni format yet?
Yeah.
Another one I'm really enjoying. I didn't realize I slept on it for so long. Was the Something Killing the Children? I started reading that. because I put the slipcase on pre-order. The first week sold 300 copies. I was like, all right, this thing has to be good. Let me go read this thing. It was actually really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, no, that's James Tynan is one of my favorite writers. That dude's awesome.
Yeah, Boom Studios is just unreal.
Yeah.
I've been learning that.
Boom and Image, they're doing great right now.
Yeah. God, I love Image too.
Austin, what's up, Austin? Where did the name Organic Priced Books come from?
It's always so funny. Me and my girl, we were just going on like trying to eat better, healthy eating, whatnot. So organic was always on our mind, and for us, organic's like zero additives and stuff like that, right? So I'm just like, okay, let me just do organic price book, zero dents, zero like damages and whatnot. So that's what I thought about. Like, hey, you're gonna get books that would like no damages.
You're gonna get books with no human growth hormones attached.
I honestly didn't think the business would pick up like it was, or I would have picked like a cooler name, like you know, like Hardcover Paradise or something. You know, something cool. But it's too late now.
Yeah, now you're stuck, man. It's OPB for life. That's funny. Well, I think it works well. You should make that like your tagline. Something like organic price books, zero dents, zero damage, zero complaints, or something like that. Make like a tagline.
Yeah.
All organic.
Yeah, no
responsibly
artificial.
Sourced from Canada.
Yeah.
No artificial damages or anything like that, right?
No artificial damage. There you go. That would be awesome. Speaking of organic, I do want to touch on this. I've mentioned it in the shows before, like when I do intros and stuff, but I think this is really awesome of you, and that everybody and their mom hates packing peanuts. It is the worst thing when you get a giant box and it's 3/4 of it is packing peanuts. It sucks. They get everywhere. They get static electricity. You can't get them off your damn hands. Like, they're annoying. But you were doing bubble wrap. Obviously, that got very expensive. And you have a giant tower in your house of bubble wrap now. But you went out and you found an alternative, which is peanuts, but dissolvable peanuts.
Oh yeah. So when I first started peanuts, I didn't know that there was dissolvable ones, and I just bought the regular ones. And people were reaching out to me like, "Hey, get those dissolvable ones because you can just put it in water and it'll just go away real quick." So I was like, "All right, let me just get that." I'm eco-friendly. But right now, we're actually not doing packing peanuts because, as you can tell, I don't have room to hold like a 50 cubic bag of packing peanuts. So maybe once we move into the warehouse, I'll use packing peanuts for like much bigger orders where it's a little bit more difficult to bubble wrap everything and fit right. But right now, it's just bubble wrap and paper, no packing peanuts for a while.
But you do use the dissolvable ones when you do, which is awesome. I didn't even know there was such a thing either until you had mentioned that. And my 2-year-old or my 4-year-old, he grabbed some one day and I go throw them in the sink and turn the water on. And he's like, what? And I go. And so he did. He runs back in and he goes, they disappeared. And I was like, yeah, it's a science experiment.
Yeah. I never even tried it out myself yet. I should have.
Oh yeah, my 4-year-old did. He's like, can I do more? I'm like, yeah. So he's like grabbing all the peanuts and like throwing them in the sink, and yeah, he loved it.
You're entertaining people as well. It's crazy.
JP, I've been wondering why OPB doesn't charge tax. No complaints here about that though.
So when you're a new business, you don't have to worry about hitting your sales nexus. What a sales nexus is basically your presence in that state. So my presence in all the other states are not there yet. So when I hit over like $300,000 in sales in that state, or like maybe 300 items or whatever, there's always like a quota. So whenever I hit that quota for that state is when I start hitting sales taxes. So you guys should definitely take advantage of no sales tax right now, because I think it'll be a while for me to hit 300,000 in sales per each state.
Damn, yeah, take advantage, people. It's a limited time only.
Yeah.
At the rate things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if next year it was gone.
Yeah, probably.
Give me the superior Spidey and keep the volumes coming. Right? I agree. Let's see. Is it a rare ribbit cover where characters' mouths are not gaping wide?
I think so. Yeah, he's usually got their mouths just completely open.
I appreciate you not spraying our books for bugs, JP. Much love.
Okay.
Are you down with OPB? Yeah, you know me. See, that's the other thing you can do with OPB, man. Wasn't it BJ that originally?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's from the song, but isn't BJ the one that kind of recognized it first?
Yeah, and he even made like a shirt design and everything. It's on the website too, so you could get that
there
shirt
you guys go.
or some socks.
Are you down with OPB? Ryan, do you think it will ever be possible for you to offer similar discounts to some of the other big sites?
So right now we're actually price matching CGN, almost IST. It just depends. Actually, if you look at it this way, if you buy from IST, and sometimes they charge sales taxes. So if you compare the with tax and without tax with me, the price could be a little bit similar.
There you go.
There you go. And don't forget, there's offer codes galore.
Yeah,
that'll save you another $2 off your order. So there's THC2, which will support this channel. There's OmniBuddy, which will support Mitch's channel. There's, I think, BJ Kicks 15. Is that right? Now I don't remember now. There's BJ's channel though. There's that one. There's Gem Mint. There's a lot. So there's tons and tons of different codes. If anybody's in the OmniBuds Facebook group, shout out to Sal. He has a pin posted in there with all the different discount codes that you guys can use. So go support, all the channels, because I'm sure you probably watch all of our channels. So go support all the channels. Take turns using offer codes and give everybody some love.
Yeah, do coupon roulette,
Yeah, exactly. It'll be a surprise every time.
That would be fun.
Oh yeah, one more thing to mention is with the discounts, you have reward systems too. So that even brings down your cost a lot. And then with volume, our volume is still growing, and we didn't hit the maximum discount rate yet. Maybe next year the discounts will be even better, where it could be better than IST and CGN. Who knows,
Well, and this was also kind of a weird year too, with Diamond and all the changes that went on with that, and then Marvel switching over to Penguin Random House for all their stuff. Like, this is kind of an odd year for everybody, I think, as far as the collected world.
Yeah, for sure.
Gabriel, what's up, Gabe? JP, what is your favorite Marvel omnibus and your favorite DC omnibus?
Well, DC omnibus, without a doubt, Injustice. Marvel omnibus, I haven't read a lot yet.
He's like, I haven't read much Marvel.
Yeah, I haven't read much Marvel, but I could tell you Captain America is doing really good right now. So
yeah, Captain America by Brubaker is fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying that a lot.
It's great
stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be up there. Because I think the only other omnibus I read was Annihilation Conquest, Annihilation, and then the Hickman Avengers 1 and 2.
Nice.
I kind of slept on them.
Did you enjoy Injustice all the way through?
I enjoyed until what's his name? Tom Taylor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tom Taylor.
Until he left. So everything Injustice Volume 1, I enjoyed it. Injustice Volume 2, not so much. It followed like the storyline of the game, basically. I guess they got bored and like, hey, let me just copy what the game did.
Like, it's making so much money, just print something, just redo the game. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly how I felt too.
Yeah, Tom Taylor though, that dude, I love that dude. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I say I think it was him over time. I was like, yeah, he's kind of like the DC version of Jason Aaron.
That's right.
He's really, if you think about it, he's really sort of DC's Jason Aaron. He just writes those really fun stories, and he's really kind of taken off, and all of his stuff's getting turned into omnis and good stuff there. BJ's is K Squad 151. I don't know why it made me put the number at the end. So that's what it is.
You can always edit your code. I'm just saying.
That is true. I saw ours. And I was like, edit? And I was like, no, I like THC too. That's just, it's short, it's sweet, that works. Might be a pain for retailers, but I'm happy that Diamond has been catching heat. They've had a monopoly for years and years. That is true.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know Diamond was so bad until I started like having shipments that took like a month, maybe, or even longer to get delivered. I'm just like, what's going on?
Ivan wants to know, which is a better beginner-friendly Omni, Daredevil by Bendis or Batman by Snyder? Mike, you know my opinion.
I don't know which one's a better beginner-friendly Omni. I think they're both good for each character.
Correct. But which is better?
Man, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll go with Batman by Snyder.
Yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch! Daredevil by Bendis all the way is the better book.
Good. It's great.
Daredevil by Bendis. No, they are both extremely beginner friendly books though. Yeah. So for sure, it just really depends on, I guess, sort of what character you're more interested in.
Do you want the Marvel version or the DC version of
yeah, like what street level hero do you want?
Yeah.
Or you could just do Invincible. You know?
Yeah, you can just do Invincible too.
That's very beginner friendly.
Yeah. No, I want to say Bendis's Daredevil might have been my first real introduction to Daredevil comics. Like, obviously, I knew who Daredevil was and all that other stuff, and I'd read like random issues here and there growing up, but I was never a big Daredevil fan. And I think Bendis's Daredevil was the one that I actually like the first time I read a full Daredevil book. And I was absolutely blown away. That book was incredible. Bendis's run is absolutely incredible. And so then I started reading Wade's run, which is another phenomenal Daredevil run. And then I read Charles Soule's run, which is really good. And yeah, Daredevil just kind of became, I even went back and started reading some old Stan Lee stuff with Gene Colan on art. Like it was phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
But I am a major Batman fan. But Snyder's run, I've talked about this ad nauseum in the past. I don't know. Something about it.
Crazy, man.
Everybody's agreeing with you guys, though. Everybody is saying Snyder. Snyder. Oh, okay. See, Paul says Snyder's good, but he misses the humor element that Bendis and Taylor do so well.
True. Fair enough. You can just do me instead.
Which brooding crime-solving ninja at night do you want to read? Exactly. That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. You want to have the most fun? Read TMNT.
Oh, dude. See, that's another great book. Or series of books.
Yeah. Love that stuff, man.
All right. So everybody says Batman by Snyder, Ivan. Yep. So I'm outruled on that one.
Unanimous.
I do recommend at some point in time, though, reading Daredevil by Bendis. So it is a phenomenal book.
I mean, do you think someone who's never heard of Daredevil could get into it reading that, though? I feel like you had probably seen. I mean, you saw the Ben Affleck movie, and you know who Daredevil was. I mean,
I knew who Daredevil was, obviously. And like I said,
people have seen the show now. Stuff. Everyone knows who Daredevil is, right?
The show was great, so
yeah.
I don't know. Bendis's run is like what really hooked me. I've tried reading Miller's run, and I had a little more difficult time with that one. But all right, you guys jump ahead. I got to talk to my wife real quick. 1 sec.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, Matt gets all the control of the comments, but we can try to read them. Either way, I'm glad you've been able to join us, man. I don't know. I'm sure you're not limited on time, but or maybe you are. But I guess what are your plans once? I mean, how far are you projecting when you plan stuff at this point? I mean, when you started out, were you like, okay, this might go for a few weeks, or
like for the book business, or
the book.
Oh
business,
I was just like, oh, this is gonna be like a little side hobby. I'm just gonna buy a case, sell the rest,
right?
Read the book. But now I'm projecting it to be a full-blown business, to make it into maybe a corporation one day. Who knows?
Damn. Okay, so this is like huge picture thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I was always in the entrepreneur mindset and stuff like that. So doing stuff like this is always just fun. It doesn't even seem like work. It's more like a journey and a passion to do. Yeah. And it's just like I get to work while enjoying the hobby at the same time.
Do you think you'd ever get into like statues or anything inside the hobby?
I'm
Or
gonna need a much bigger warehouse than that. And then statues in general, it just takes up so much room. If you watch Jim
Right.
Bent's YouTube channel, he has to get storage units just
Well,
to
yeah,
store his
yeah.
statues. I'm just like, I don't want to do that.
Right, right. I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe something small. I don't know what the margins are like on like those
Mhm.
Batman black and white figures, or I don't know what they are. 1/16th, is that it? 1/8? I don't know what
I
these
haven't paid attention
ratios
to
are.
statues, but I
Fair
do want
enough.
to go into toys eventually because everybody loves toys. You buy it for gifts for everybody.
Yeah, speaking
Yeah.
of toys,
Oh boy.
I got myself a birthday present, and someone
that's
from the
right.
online Facebook groups hooked it up and sent them to me because I couldn't find these locally.
Uh-huh.
So I got my Masters of the Universe Revelation Skeletor
Mhm.
and my Masters of the Universe Revelation He-Man.
Okay.
And these will be coming out of the box and will be displayed, and I'm very excited.
That's really cool, man.
Are those like
I'm a big
pricey?
Motu fan. No, well, scalper wise, yeah, but you can find them
Okay.
like in Walmarts and stuff, and they're like $20 a figure. So I mean, they're not horrible, but there's people on eBay that they buy them all up, and then you can't find them anywhere, and then they sell them on eBay for like double that. And yeah, it's annoying.
I love how even hardcover comics got into like the hypebeast speculation game, and we're becoming like bought up real quick and then just put out on the secondary market. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's been fun, but thankfully I think that's slowing down. I think it's slowing down. I think people are actually able to get books now, which is nice.
Yeah, yep. That's what
tons of inventory now and diamond and whatnot. So we'll be good for a while, I think.
Yeah,
as long as Marvel doesn't keep pushing back release dates.
Yeah, but that's not really their fault. It's more like the port's fault and stuff like that.
Hey, print that stuff in Canada. Yeah, Canada needs to do something. It could be like the main place that exports omnis.
Doesn't almost all the DC ones are printed in Canada though, aren't they?
I know they used to be anyway. I haven't checked in a hot minute. A lot of my Image hardcovers were too.
Hang on, I have a recent DC Omni. Let me look.
There we go.
I got the Batman by Morrison here. Let's take a look. I need to get this one rebound. This is the one where the cover's been ripped off. So I bought it for $20 so I could rebind it. Let's see here.
This is investigative journalism at its finest.
Yeah, printed in Quebec, Canada.
Quebec. Wow, look at that.
Back on January 15th of 2021, Transcontinental Interglobe.
Wow.
So yeah, dude.
It's nuts. And then it leaves and it becomes more expensive.
And then it becomes more expensive to get it back.
Gotta love it. You gotta love it. But yeah, I imagine Marvel won't be slipping up as long as the shipments out of China don't slip up anymore. Things are looking good. Things are looking great in the hardcover industry, I must say. At least from my perspective, which is so outside of it.
I know, right? It's because I finally stepped in, that's why.
There you go. Speaking of, JP, how long before you buy out IST and cheap graphic novels?
That's gonna be a while, guys.
It's in the plan, but it's gonna be a while.
Be like Amazon.
JP is gonna become like the new Diamond, where he just has like a monopoly over everybody. Dixie Wrecked, enjoying some THC while watching THC. Enjoy, my friend. Ivan, sorry, Matt, but I decided to order Batman by Snyder. Of course you did.
It's okay. He's clearly got Daredevil by Bendis on his mind, though.
That's all right. As long as it's on his mind, I'll support it. Matt's going to be acting out the Motu scenes with toys while he enjoys the show. Hell yes, I am. Next Friday, the first 5 episodes.
Are you trying to shame him, Paul? That's totally fine.
You're failing, because I will film myself doing it.
Yeah,
and
he'll embrace
that shit on YouTube. Yeah,
I know where the smoky battlefield will come from.
Yeah, dude. Have you seen Mossman, the figure for the Motu figure Mossman for this new series?
Come on,
dude. He looks a lot like Swamp Thing, but like not in a it's a ripoff way, but in a really cool homage. Like hell yes, that figure looks awesome kind of way.
I see it.
That looks dope.
I need to get into this figure game. All I have is a baby Yoda statue, the child. That's all I want right now.
Yeah, I bought my first real statue, like a big, like, 1/4 size statue, about 6 months or so ago. I got a Batman Beyond one, and yeah, it's I couldn't believe I bought it. I was like, where the hell am I even gonna put this damn thing? It's massive.
One of those binge buys.
Yeah, basically, I had a really good weekend voiceover, and I was like, I'm gonna treat myself, and then I bought this massive fucking statue.
They got to do that thing IKEA does, where you can like augmented reality it into your house, so you can plan beforehand where it's going to be.
I think they do. Honestly,
Oh
I think Sideshow and stuff does. I've seen that. Maybe it wasn't Sideshow,
them.
but I have seen that on a website where you could do that. And I was like, oh yeah, because I'm like looking around, and I'm like, oh, I need to purge. I don't have a big enough office for everything. I mean, I got my pinball machine back here, and my books and everything. But yeah, I'm running out of room. Like these figures, I don't even know where the hell I'm going to put them. I got all my Motu Pops up here. I hate Pops. Let me just say that. I hate Funko Pop. But I collected a shit ton of the Motu ones. Why? Because it's Motu. And so now I'm like, should I just get rid of them? I don't even like them. I just bought them for Motu. I got the little like loyalty subject Motu figures too. And I'm like, why am I even buying these things?
It's that addiction, man. That FOMO.
Yep.
Yes.
It's tough to fight.
Any chance we can see that statue? Sounds yeah, I've been meaning to make a video for 6 months. But Gem Mint did a video, and I was just like, I can't compete with that. So I just sort of never did it. I don't have the cool little spinny table that he has that he puts the statues on and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, they're nice. Smart buy by him, but I don't have any of that stuff. So I'm like, I don't even know how to film it. I was gonna do a video on the Marvel pinball machine, but I'm like, I don't know how to film this. Like, I'm a horrible YouTuber.
It all takes practice. But real quick, I want to go up to Gabriel 953 because he asked this twice so far.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Before it gets answered. So I started the book business in November, but I didn't officially launch the website until February. In November, I sold it through Amazon. So November, December, January, because I was like, I don't know how these omnibus collectors gonna react to me selling, posting it on Facebook, whatnot. So I sold just through Amazon. I thought I was just gonna sell through Amazon, but I was like, you know what? Let me take this leap and sell it through Facebook Marketplace, see how that goes. But ever since sponsoring Gem Mint, it took off literally that same month. Maybe 50 orders in February, 200 in March, 1,000 in April, 5,000. It just goes up like that, like crazy.
Yeah.
But in the span of 6 months, from February to where I'm at now, let's say I started from my kitchen table, right, and now I'm moving into a 3,000 square feet warehouse. So that's in 6 months.
That's a good sized warehouse, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's pretty cool. All right. Andrew agrees with me. Snyder Batman is just average.
Yeah.
I read half of it. I thought it was pretty decent.
I mean, it's all right, but
There
when
you
you
go.
compare it to other Batman books,
Yeah, true. That's the only one I read. There you go.
That
I had
was
to
a quick
sneeze, sorry.
mute. Damn, good for
I had to
you.
sneeze. No, when you compare it to other Batman stories historically, though, but a lot of people, Batman Snyder was their introduction to the character. So for that reason, I could see why people, but for me, it wasn't. I grew up reading Batman, so that's why maybe for me it's a little bit different. I'm an old man now.
Hey, fair enough, man. It's all right. I mean,
I can't compete
Daredevil
with you
by
young
Bendis is
bucks.
good too. It's all right.
Yeah. I can't compete with you young bucks.
You did like Tom King's Batman, and that's newer than Snyder's, so.
Oh, I don't
that.
dislike new Batman. It was just
Right.
what Snyder did. It wasn't bad by any means. Remember, I did say I used to hate it, and then I reread it, and I changed my opinion. I no longer said I hated it. It's just it was more average. I would agree with average.
Eventually, you'll do a 15-minute video on how amazing it is.
No. I don't think that'll ever happen.
Well, I tried.
Maybe we'll see. JP, how do you handle orders with multiple pre-orders with different release dates? That's a good question.
Oh, that's super easy. Whenever a book comes out, I just type it into my order history and just go through the unfulfilled orders. And even though there's like multiple orders with like 10 in one order, I could just, just print out the ones that the pre-order just got released. So it's pretty simple. I just have to manually go through it all, but it's no big deal.
So it sounds like you've learned a lot throughout this entire thing. I mean, it sounds like you've had to learn all these new integrations, and I don't know what you've done in terms of like the website design and stuff. I mean, it seems like you've had to just put on a bunch of hats.
Oh yeah, when you first start a business, you put on a hat for everything. Even being a janitor, cleaning up the warehouse.
yeah, true.
So going back to Critique Geeks, I think one of the things that he was also kind of asking, not so much like how do you search it, but when you like say I pre-ordered 5 different books from you, do you wait until all 5 come in and then send me all 5, or do you do you ship them as they come in?
So they get shipped as they come in. So like if they have different release dates and you're based in the US, all your books will get shipped as soon as they come in. But if you're in the international, that's why I have a little warning or disclaimer in the front page and in the FAQs. If you're international, all your orders will be shipped together. So if you're in the US, you're good. If you're international, you have to wait a little bit.
Which makes sense. I mean, you got to save a little bit on shipping that way.
Yeah, because shipping international, let's say to UK or something, it's like $100 just to send something over there. Imagine if I had to split that order, like 6 books in one order. That's just like $600 just to ship it out.
Oh my God.
Awesome. My Dixie Rex, have you heard anything about Scorriers Volume 2? I haven't heard anything. I've read Scorriers. Mike and I have met Ash and Ashley, the team of Scorriers, multiple times.
Ash squared.
Yeah, we've actually interviewed them as well on our old podcast. They're fun. Yeah, that was a long time ago. We were so young. Yeah, we were just young bucks.
Yeah,
I was still an old man, but
yeah.
No, Scorriers is awesome though. For those that have never read Scorriers, I do highly recommend it. Ash Whittier's art is phenomenal. It is absolutely mind-boggling what she does. It's crazy. And Ash Maxo's the writer. Really good stuff too. I don't think Scorriers gets enough love, in my opinion.
I agree. Thanks for that.
I never even heard of it.
There you go.
It's about the it's I don't know how to explain it. It's anthropomorphic animals like squirrels, rats, mice, birds, etc. But they're like, it's not cheesy at all. It's very it's almost like Conan, but with like squirrels and shit. Like it's like Game of Thrones, but there you go. They compare. It's Game of Thrones meets woodland creatures.
Woodland creatures, yeah, exactly.
And it's phenomenal. It's really, really good.
It's like painted artwork.
Yeah, the artwork is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Ashley Whittier is just a killer artist. She also did the art, a lot of the art on Dr. Aphra and stuff as well. She's really good. But yeah, Scorriers doesn't get enough love. Maybe we should do another top 5 hidden gem type books, and we should throw out Scorriers.
That's what I searched when I first started collecting. It's like I want to know, because I would go to Omar and I would go to Steven, but they're known for doing Marvel and DC. And I watch you guys because I want Image and boom, I'm tired of Marvel.
Yeah, I've gotten in trouble for not talking about Marvel enough before. People
yell at him.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I barely even talk about DC anymore. I just talk about everything else.
We used to only talk about DC on our old podcast. Me and Mike, we'd get all the DC Rebirth stuff, and we would only discuss DC Rebirth. It was like a weekly podcast.
Yeah,
we don't even do that now. It's Image though is killing it lately. Yeah. They have done some amazing. They got some amazing titles out right now. I'm finally caught up on Stillwater. That's a fun book.
I think my most recent read for Image was the Death and Glory Prestige that came out. I was like, that was a really fun one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was great. And I don't know, Image's prices too, and the fact that that book, for example, is the size of an Absolute Edition, but it's not the price of an Absolute Edition.
Yeah.
You're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they're able to do this. Hopefully for more creators. It seems like just Rick Remender gets those like gigantic books.
Yeah, like Low is pretty big too. I was like, wow, what the heck?
Oh yeah, they're massive. I think you've probably seen those Invincible library editions as well, right? Like those were just beastly books.
They were huge.
I wish they had continued those, man. Ryan Otley's artwork at that giant size. Oh my god.
They only did 3 volumes, right?
That's right.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yep, just 3.
Lazy Bum, should I order something that says back ordered or should I wait for it not to say that?
So whenever you place a back ordered item, that's when I order it from the distributors. So that's the reason why it's back ordered, because nobody's been ordering it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna order it until somebody else orders it, because I don't have the space to carry to everything. So whenever there's a title that's not super popular, like Wolverine Goes to Hell, for instance, people will buy it and they're like, and then I will order it through Diamond as soon as some purchases come along.
Here's another good one, man. And you and I have kind of talked about this a little bit in the past. Do you have any other businesses you ran before OPB? It seems like it came natural to you. Any advice to offer other potential entrepreneurs?
So my first trip into the entrepreneur side was basically through an MLM called Kayani, basically multi-level marketing. People call it a pyramid scheme, basically. But you sign up for a business plan or whatever, and you start selling their products. That's what I did, and I just learned about like how to find mentors, how to sell, how to build rapport and stuff like that. And that's what I've been learning throughout the years. And I sold on eBay and Amazon throughout ever since I was 18. I started from Craigslist, and then I moved on to eBay, because Craigslist, man, people are freaking lowballers. I would list something for $100 when they cost like $200, right? And they're like, "Hey, I'll give you 50."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I started doing like flips, buy stuff and flipping it. But that's basically how I started, and just making sure that you stay plugged in. If you don't have the right friends, just watch YouTube channels. Like I follow Valuetainment, Grant Cardone, just people like that to look up to, admire, and follow what they do.
Awesome.
There you go.
DC heavy content is what brought me to this channel. Well, there you go. We got to get back to DC.
Come on.
We got to get back to DC. Maybe we should start talking more DC. We can
right.
We can find the hookup like Omar's got with Marvel, and we can be the DC channel.
Yeah, right. Find the David Gabriel of DC.
Yeah. We used to have contacts back in the day,
guy.
but not anymore. Gabriel. So Gabriel's our recent subscriber. He's an interesting young man. He's 16 years old, has his own business. Says that it's been connected to West Virginia, which I believe is where he's at, because he won one of our giveaways and I had to mail him a book. So yeah, man, he's I love his handle in Instagram. His handle is Alf Lover 2005.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I love Alf. Like that is like the greatest show when I was growing up. So that hit home for me. I don't know how a 16-year-old found out about Alf, but I love Alf. So
it's because of Omar.
Yeah. No, I do. I love Alf though. It's great stuff. So Gabriel, what kind of business you got, man? Like, what do you sell? I'm interested.
That's pretty cool, man. Starting at such a young age, that's when like you're gonna go big. If you started at such a young age at 16, you have so much to learn, and it's just fun.
Yeah, I'd like to start a business one day, but I don't think I'm cut out for it. It would be nice for one day, if they did like a thing you could sign up for, like a Groupon or something, where you just run a company for a day.
And then you just take all the money and run. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that's not what I'm trying. Why would I do that? I'd want to improve the business
for a day.
Yeah, for a day. Look, listen, if you're going to make me CEO of Amazon, I mean, the most I can handle is a day at a time, right? So
yeah,
that's true.
We'll do day one and then see what happens.
Yeah, they might make you pee in a bottle.
Bro, it's not even worth it to be Amazon CEO. Bezos only made 81 grand. Honest, that was his salary. Allegedly. It's not even worth it. Can you imagine being the guy who's promoted to CEO of Amazon? You make 81 grand a year. Like, what's the point of all this? I don't have all the investments. Anyway.
My grandfather introduced me to Alf.
There you go.
That's amazing. I love Alf. He says that he takes West Virginia related things and then burns them onto wood.
Nice.
Interesting.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Branding.
Yeah. Cool.
What do you mean by West Virginia things? I guess I'm not from that area at all, so I guess I'm just curious as to like what's considered a West Virginia thing. But that is pretty cool, man. You should send us an email. I'm curious just to see some pictures and stuff, or if you have an Instagram, plug that. That could be cool.
Let's get the hardcover comic burnt onto some wood.
Yeah, can you do that, Gabe? Can you take like a logo or something of ours and burn it onto wood? I'll pay you. Like I'm not asking you to do it for free. Yeah, like I will totally pay you. That'd be cool, man. I would love to have like a piece of like, wood art, so to speak, like to display like in my office. Our good friend, we haven't seen him in a while, but Christoph, he did these. Obviously, he photoshopped the pictures, but he took these and like printed them out onto like this like styrofoam things and had them shipped to us all the way from Russia with the t-shirts and all sorts of cool stuff. So he's done some cool things for the channel as well, which has been awesome.
Yeah. Big shout out to him. He's back now, making more logos.
He is. And that reminds me, I told him I'd take a picture of me and his shirt. He wants to promote his brand. So I need to get that going to him. He does Mothman, John Henry, New River, Gorge Bridge, etc. I am familiar with Mothman. Have you ever seen the Mothman prophecies? Either of you guys? You guys are young.
No.
I just started, man. I just started. Like
Mothman Prophecies is such a great movie. It's really good. I recommend it. You should go check it out. It's a great movie. It came out in the early 2000s.
Sounds like a very obscure movie.
It's not scary. It's more of a suspense, supernatural thriller, maybe. I don't know. It's not scary at all. It's not a horror movie.
Okay.
Tapsala OPB saved me from the stress of waiting for books to go live at a certain time and hoping they don't sell it in 5 minutes. Hashtag down with OPB. That's awesome. I remember those days, man, where you have to log on to IST right at like 3 p.m. Central Standard Time in order to try to get the books you wanted, or else they were going to sell out. That was so annoying.
All last year, right? All last year.
Yeah, that was bad. Mothman, the Watchmen character? No, Mothman Prophecies. See? Awesome movie. He knows what I'm talking about. Mothman Prophecies. Good show. Cool, man. Benjamin, didn't know you guys did streams. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, dude.
Welcome.
I want to say we do streams every week, but that would be a lie.
Can't say that.
Yeah, no, we try to do streams weekly, but it's been more like bi-weekly / bi-monthly. I don't know. It's random. It's random. We do it.
This is why. I mean, mine's not great either. So this is again why I can't run a business.
Oh snap! Super chat.
Oh damn!
What's up, fellas? JP, what's the biggest order you've ever fulfilled? Also, do you ever make a fort out of all the omnis you have? I would. Stay binding. This is a $5 super chat, man. So you got to make this answer like. You got to go big with this one. What's the biggest order you've ever fulfilled?
All right, I need 2 minutes so I could go through and look at it real quick. I know. All right, I know when I first sold Uncanny X-Men 4 that came out in February or something like that. This guy from the Philippines bought 20 copies by himself.
Wow.
For I don't know if he's selling it or.
Oh yeah, you know he's selling it. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, but from the Philippines, so I had to pack it for international shipping. I'm just like, what the heck? So I think I could fit only 6 per box. I had to send him like 4 boxes, all to I think Florida. I don't know, somewhere for like the third party people to ship it off.
Yep.
Other than that, somebody else bought like 12-book haul.
What's one of your biggest orders that you've personally ever purchased?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. I bought the Spawn Deluxe series, I think 1 through 4 from Jim Mint. I think it was like $3,000. All right. I don't even like Spawn. I don't even know what Spawn. I just know that was his most prized possession. And I was like, all right.
Damn.
If I buy from him, I'll be noticed. And then after I bought from him,
Atlanta.
Yeah, after I bought from him is when I asked to for him to sponsor me, because that way they take you seriously. Like, oh, this guy got money, you know.
Well, he owes you after that purchase.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. But besides that, one haul from I think CGN, but I don't remember what it was. It was just a bunch of books. But I always remember Spawn. I don't think I'll ever read those deluxes. They'll just be one of those mementos of how I got started with OPB.
That's crazy. Yeah. Like that, dude, that adds to your ultimate story of how this all started. That's insane. I never knew that. Like, yeah. I just dropped $3,000 on a character that I didn't even like, nor will I ever read. But I did it to get noticed.
Yeah, such a business-oriented mind, right? Look at all this. Yeah, I'll throw some money around. Show what's
there's a story. I heard it from YouTube. I don't know who the guy was, but he was like, I took this person to Oprah, one of Oprah's shows with me, and just so I could get real estate deals, like, you know, stuff like that. So that's how I follow some business transactions,
right?
Or just building relationships, just buying people's stuff or buying their stuff to get noticed and get rapport.
Oh, sir. Breakfast of Champions. I don't even like Spawn. The answer did not disappoint. Big ups.
There you go.
That was worth $5 right there. That is insane.
He got his money's worth.
Wow. That is insane, man. So that's crazy. Well, the nice thing about this hobby, I guess you could say, or your business, is that a lot of these books, like when people buy them, you can easily resell them for maybe slightly less than what you bought it for, the same, sometimes even more. Like if you wait until things go out of print, things like that. Like this hobby could, I mean, Jem talks about all the time, find a hobby that funds itself.
Yep.
And this is really one of those hobbies that if you play your cards right, it theoretically really could. Do you feel that $3,000 purchase really kind of helped set you up for where you're at now?
I mean, look at it this way. I spent $3,000 and now I have a pretty big business, you know?
He's like, I'm not going to name a number, but it's bigger than 3,000.
I was just gonna say, it sounds like the warehouse is the next set of deluxe editions.
Yeah.
You gotta have those displayed in like a case somewhere. Be like, this is where it all started in the office.
It's kind of funny. Like before, didn't know about like damages and things and whatnot. So like, it wasn't even like the most pristine condition either. It was like there was like dents and whatever. I don't really care. But ever since starting this business, I'm just like, even the smallest little scratch, I get worried because collectors are like, hey, there's a scratch or a wrinkle. I want a refund. I'm just like, oh, why?
Yeah.
Why me?
Yep.
Yeah, people can get picky for sure.
That is true. And man, glad to see you on, man. I know you've been asking when we were going to go live. Wow, Image really should have reprinted Spawn in that deluxe format. The compendiums are nice, though. Yeah, and then custom bind those compendiums and make them even better. That's my goal.
I feel like they'll reprint those deluxes eventually. Like Spawn just never stops for some reason. I don't know anyone who really cares about the character anymore, but like they just keep reprinting it.
He's such a badass looking character, though.
That's it.
And he came out during a time when, you got to think, man, when he came out in the early 90s, like 92, I think it was, comics were sort of like dwindling. You know what I mean? Like Marvel was damn near bankrupt. Like there was a lot going on when Image took over, and this crazy, demonic, hulking, scary looking dude came out who's like this sort of anti-hero, and really shook the comic world, which I think is why there's so much love for that character. And then you got the HBO animated series that came out in the mid 90s, and that show is phenomenal. It is great. Very, very, very well done. And that was also never heard of back then. I mean, nowadays, sure, it's on every week on, but
it's all
back
in the
mid 90s.
No one listens to Limp Bizkit anymore. You know what
Bullshit.
I mean?
Bullshit. I'm actually going to Limp Bizkit August 19th. They are coming here August 19th. I got VIP tickets. I will be there to see Limp Bizkit.
You just told everyone where you're going to be. Everyone, you know where to find Matt.
Yeah. August 19th, Limp Bizkit. VIP, baby.
All right. I stand corrected. One person listens to Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. So. They're going to be there with Spirit Box. So that'll be a good show. My wife wants to see Spirit Box. And I was like, well, I want to see Limp Bizkit. So that'll be a good one. And then I started jamming Limp Bizkit because I was like, it's been forever since I've listened to him. And I was like, yeah, this brought back memories. It's a good shit, man.
All right.
JP, most important question of the night, sir. Spines in or spines out?
I don't even know what this refers to.
Okay. So
Fair
Mike
enough.
and I have this, we've had this ongoing debate for quite a while now, and it's sort of become our signature thing where we argue absolute editions. Do you face them spine out on your bookshelf, or do you face them spine in on your bookshelf because they have the slip cases? So Mike will demonstrate here. So
this would be
spines out.
So if you have this facing outward on your shelf, this is spines out.
I have spine out then.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. JP's part of spine out too.
Spines out. Spines out.
Yeah,
you would be surprised
it's easier to take out too,
right. You would be surprised at how many people say spines in. I was blown away when Mike told me that's how he displayed them, and then when other people started being like, yeah, no, it's totally how I do it, I was shocked.
Bro, it's like Apple showing you the laptop before you've opened the box. You want to open the box, then see the laptop.
No, spines out.
All right.
Especially some of those beautiful
you're
ones.
You're disagreeing with Apple's design
like
logic.
The Preacher and Preacher and
they're really
the
nice.
Sandman and stuff like that. Like, those are such gorgeous books. Why would you want to hide those spines?
Well,
yeah, dude, it's crazy. A lot of people say spines in. So I'm at least somebody else.
We broke it here.
This is awesome.
We broke it here. OPB.
Yeah, right there. OPB. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Now I'm gonna get like people like, hey, I'm not gonna buy from you no more. Because you guys
the spines in diehards.
Benjamin, graphic novels are deducted on my taxes. They fall under education and equipment expenses.
I mean, yeah, you can do that.
I need to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, good to know.
I love the new slipcase deluxes that Boom is putting out now. I don't know if I've seen any of those. Not like in person anyway.
I think the one's like Something Killing the Children.
Yeah, that's gonna. Is that the first one?
And Future and Once too.
Okay.
Yeah, those are coming out a few months from now.
I think so. I don't think they've released any pictures or anything though, but
no, just the covers.
Boom makes a nice hardcover though. I trust them.
Now we have everybody arguing back and forth between spines out and spines in. One person did say, where's it at? They did say spines out. Where'd it go? I don't see it now, but someone said spines out unless it's like Sandman or Preacher. Then they do, or spines in unless it's Sandman or Preacher. Then they do spines out for those specific ones.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the title. Like Absolute Promethea, I think I have spines in. You know?
There you
just
go.
Mix it up. You just mix it up.
It's wild out there.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
everybody's going back and forth.
I don't know. I think what you could also do is you could cut the slipcase in half, and then you have half of it spine in, half of it spine out.
You could design your own slipcases like our boy Thomas Judge does.
I mean, that's dedication. That's true love, man. Like that's.
Dude, I want his Sin City set.
I mean, how much is a flight to London? I'm sure.
I don't know. 15 hours, maybe. I'll just pop in and be like, hey, man, I'm just going to borrow these Sin Cities for a video. I'll be back later.
Just came for your books. Don't worry. I'm going to fly back to the States. I'll be back, though, man. Don't worry about it.
Don't panic.
I know this looks weird, but it's fine.
I don't know about giving you my Superman Omni anymore, JP. Seems you only want to use me as a business move.
I think he's using me way more than I'm using him.
What Superman Omni is he talking about?
The Death and Return.
Oh, that's a good one. Is it the new printing? The black? Yeah.
Yeah, the one I've been looking for a while. He said he was gonna give it to me. So everybody here heard it from me.
If he doesn't, everybody's got to be like, "Oh, whatever happened to Luis? We need to go find him." Matt sent you some pictures of my work. Thank you, sir. Nice. And let me know if you can do a THC thing. Like, seriously, I will purchase from you if you are willing and or able to do that. That would be awesome. Or let me know what we got to do to make it happen. Has OPB added a 3-car garage yet?
Not until probably next year.
So do you own your house or are you renting?
So my dad owns it. It's like one of those things that he'll buy and never use. So I'm like, I'm just gonna move in.
Dad, I'm taking over.
Yeah, basically because it's like it's one of those properties that you buy in Dallas that you hold for like 10 years and the value will triple, stuff like that.
Right,
That was his plan. And I was like, if nobody's gonna live in it, and I'll just pay half the mortgage and then live in it, And that's how it helped me a lot build the business, because before I was living with my dad at his other house and there was like no room at all. So if I try to do wholesale over there, I would have no room. So this worked out.
Very nice.
Returns on this house are off the charts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, damn.
Yeah, Mike's struggling with houses there in Canada.
I mean, Toronto's just ridiculous. Got to be a millionaire, man. Yeah, that's it. That's all it takes.
And Vancouver, right?
Oh, Vancouver's even worse. Yeah, it's fun. I don't know. Matt keeps trying to get me to move to the States.
I do. I keep pushing for it. I'm like, come on, man.
Think of all the books you can have on.
I know.
Leave all your family, your friends, everybody that you've known your whole life behind, your memories, and just come down here. See, to be honest, we consider Mike part of our family. Like, up until COVID.
He's ready to adopt.
Yeah, totally. My wife and I have discussed. We're totally ready to adopt him. But no, Mike, prior to COVID, used to come down every year. And we'd hang out for the weekend. We'd go to cons and, all this other stuff. So Mike has really become a part of our family. So I was like, dude, just come down here. Like, it'll be cool. Like, housing's way cheaper. You got friends. Just come hang out. You got family down here. You can get all the books in the world. We can go hit up all these cons and shit. I was like, come on, man. We could
get the comic family.
We could really turn THC into something crazy.
Whoa. Are we going to start a studio? Damn.
Yeah, dude, we could do all sorts of cool shit. But the problem is where I live, THC is not quite legalized yet. And so that's kind of I can't convince him until THC gets legalized here.
I think it's fine if I have a Canadian passport, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that true? Well, I know the federal government. I know the federal government is working on decriminalizing. So we'll see how that plays out. But
that'd be nice of them.
Yeah, you could be my live-in nanny. I got kids, man. You can be my live-in nanny. Rent free.
Gladly. I mean, listen, if it ever comes down to it and Organic Price Books needs to expand into Canada, I mean, I'm here for it. I'll drop everything. I'll drop everything.
I told Mike that at one point we should get like a PO box or whatever in the US just right across the border, right? So it's just like he has to drive like 45 minutes or whatever it is. And then he should order stuff. He should be like the Canadian partner to OPB, where you just ship everything to his PO box for the Canadian customers once a week or once a month or whatever. He goes and picks all of them up. He goes back to Toronto and then he ships them all out to everybody all over Canada. So it's like saves a bunch of money and he gets a little kickback from people that hire him to be his book mule.
Yeah, I'm basically smuggling in books
across the border.
Like, you're coming by here every week. What's going on?
Oh, it's funny. That'll be good.
I swear it's just books.
Gabe says he'll accept Omnis as payment. All right, man. Let's see. We'll check it. We'll talk. We'll talk. You can sleep on the couch. Well, I got to build another bedroom. We have a 5-bedroom house right now. I got to turn it into a 6. So might as well just turn it into a 7, and then you could just we'll just add on, and we'll just keep adding on until it's big enough, right?
I think when I come over, I'll take all the Omnis I've got at your place, just put them out as the foundation, and then I have some floppies of like Hulk. I can put those down to add a little padding.
We build the Omni Fort that they were talking about earlier.
We'll build the Omni Fort.
Yeah.
I'm sure JP's done that too, and he just dodged the question. Oh, he's back.
Yeah. You never did answer if you built an Omni Fort.
No, if I do anything to those books besides sending it out, I'll get complaints.
Like, I noticed a fingerprint on my a fingerprint outline, which means you kept your finger on my book for a minute. What were you doing?
Yes. Gabe says Mike moved to West Virginia.
All right, I'm in.
All right, there you go, West Virginia.
I'm in a hitch. Starting a hitchhike tomorrow.
He's there though. Good Lord. Well, right now it's 5. We got to build on. So because I took one of the bedrooms as my office because I also work from home. But I have 4 kids, so I got to build another bedroom to make it a 6-bedroom to accommodate all of my children and my office. So. Yeah, and my library, my office / library. So yeah, there's just this one. I can only have my nerd room, one room. So I have to cram everything into this one room. It's quite messy though. Come to Texas, Mike. We got a real life Tony Stark. Why not be at the center of the future AI apocalypse? Plus, everything is made out of guns here.
True. True. I live 2 minutes away from a gun shop.
There you go.
I've heard if you go to certain places and get scrambled eggs, you'll find bullets in the mix as well.
Alex is out in Dallas too.
I've heard good things about Texas. Maybe we'll see. I mean, Austin, I don't know. These are all very loose plans.
I've only been to Austin, but Austin was a blast. I had
Everyone's a lot of Austin now, though. I think, right?
Yeah, dude. Rogan, everybody, all the comedians, everybody's going. But Austin was a lot of fun. We did enjoy Austin. Nice. I've only been in Dallas long enough to stay the night at the hotel at the airport, and that was it. So I haven't been in Dallas for much longer, but Austin was a good time. Oh, and I've been to San Antonio. San Antonio's fun. So, I mean, you could do Texas. Housing is apparently like about what it is here. So,
yeah.
You got some good options.
Land. You can buy a lot of farmland.
And there's like no winter, right? Just pretty dope.
Yeah,
there's almost no winter.
Maybe three months out of the year, maybe less.
That's pretty sweet. I mean, and it's I've heard about Texas winters where it's like you'll get some ice on the street, but it's not like
people freak
feet
out.
of snow.
But this last year's, or is it this year? Was it this year? The winter storm basically was bad.
Right.
Oh yeah, you guys got hit hard this last year.
February. Yeah, it was very like nobody had power in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, part of it is that you guys aren't prepared for that kind of stuff. Yeah. So like in Toronto, where I'm at in Nebraska, like we get that shit every year. So for us, like that was nothing. But like our infrastructure is prepared for something like that, whereas your guys' infrastructure, like you guys were not ready for what happened.
Yeah. It's good you're able to make it out okay, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I was stuck. I wasn't out. I was stuck in my house. Nobody could drive. It was I think it was like a lot of ice.
Damn, did you have any sort of like a way to stay warm aside from layers, or
just that's all I had was just layers. Layers and like candles and whatnot.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it.
That was crazy. Damn. Yeah, I'll never. Our buddy Alex. So like we have basements and stuff where like that's a common thing in our houses. And our buddy Alex lives in Dallas, and he goes, "I don't have a basement." I go, "What do you mean you don't have a basement?" Like that was like foreign to me because I'm like every house has a basement, and he's like, "Nah, man, we don't have basements here." He's like, what do we need a basement for? I was like, I don't know, tornadoes? He's like, yeah, we don't really get those. He goes, what do I need a basement for?
Yeah, I never seen a basement over here either.
Yeah, no, here where we're at, basements are very common. Basements are common in Toronto too, right?
I mean, I'm in one right now. Yeah, it's super common. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when I'm thinking of basements, I think of those scary movie basements, creeping down.
Right, yeah. Unfinished ones.
Yeah, you're thinking of like
Pipes
an
everywhere.
unfinished basement. Yeah, no, we have a finished basement. Like, I'm in the basement right now in my office. Like this is this is part of my basement.
All right. See, I need some cool basements.
It feels like a cave. It feels like a cave though. There's no windows really.
Yeah, I have 0 windows in here. So like when I'm working till 2 a.m. and we get really bad thunderstorms, people are messaging me like, "Oh, the storms are crazy." I'm like, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about. 'Cause I can't see anything."
It's sunny in here.
Yeah. No, it's great in here. I can't wait to go back into the office.
I hate to be the one to have to pull the plug, but it is getting to bedtime for me.
It is. It's later where you're at.
Sorry,
we're
guys,
in the EST.
Yeah. It's getting close to midnight. Need to go suck my thumb and go to bed.
Gabe, yeah, I'll hit you up on Instagram, man. Well, I'll send you a logo.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be very exciting.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. For all the participation, for everybody. This has been a lot of fun. And if this is your first time watching us live, we hope you come back in the future. We talk about, I don't know, anything and everything that comes to mind, all sorts of stuff. Mike and I like to riff, and we talk with everybody. Normally, we read every single comment when it's just Mike and I. So we really hang out and talk with everybody and stuff. So join us next time. Follow us on Instagram. Follow JP on Instagram. Don't forget about our offer code THC2 at checkout on organicpricebooks.com. Or check out one of the other mini offer codes out there for all the different YouTubers. JP is hooking everyone up.
Yeah.
But thank you guys, everyone. JP, did you have fun? It was your first time?
Yeah, it was great. It's like
nice
conversation. Everybody loves my crazy stories,
$3,000 for a character I don't like. That has got to be one of the greatest answers I've ever heard to any question. That was stellar, my man.
Yeah.
Will you ever come back again?
Yeah, just let me know.
All right, we didn't scare him off, man. He'll come back. We didn't scare him off.
Just keep on getting me before Mitch does.
Thank you so much for taking the time. It was nice chatting with you, just hearing about the business. Hopefully other people got inspired. Who knows? Yeah, I'm sure they did.
You might have some competitors coming up. People might be like, "Oh shit!" So you might have some competitors now.
Oh no!
you might have human growth hormone price books coming up.
Artificialbooks.com.
Artificialbooks.com.
GMObooks.com.
Artificialpricebooks.com. Awesome. Well, thank you guys, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Until next time.
Thank you, everyone.
See you later, guys.